Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have the Essie Summer 2017 collection. This collection is inspired by decadent Parisian pastries. I love the theme of it and I love the names, and I'm sure you've seen this around. I have this video up a little bit late, so I apologize for that. I was hoping to have it out a few weeks ago, but life got busy. May is a crazy month, as you know if you have kids, and a lot of things just piled up on me. Also, I'm almost finished with my spring favorite series, and that took me a little longer too. Hopefully when I do my summer favorite series, that will go a lot quicker and I won't have too many interruptions, but I had so many collections coming my way and so many fun things to share, so that kind of put that behind. So I apologize for that too. Okay, let's talk about this collection. I think you guys are gonna like this. There are 3 creams and then 3 kind of shimmery polishes that are a little bit different and unique to Essie's line. And so let's talk about the first one. This one is Sweet Souffle, and it's this gorgeous white with this orange flash, and it also has a blue flash as well. It's shimmery. It does show up on the nail, but only in certain lights. It's really pretty and really gives the polish a lot of dimension. Now, China Glaze and OPI both came out with polishes similar to this one this last winter, and they're a little bit darker, but they're not exactly the same. I do not have Oh My Majesty, but I do have the China Glaze Snow Way, so I'll compare those as well. I'm going to be doing the comparisons as we go along. That has seemed to work out for me and for you guys too, I think. So this is a really pretty and unique shade to Essie's line, and let's get into the swatch for it.
And here's the first coat of Sweet Souffle. The formula is a little bit thin, but it goes on pretty well. It's just a little bit streaky, so I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat and see if I can get it opaque in a second coat. I applied this one pretty thin, so I'm going to need a third coat. You might be able to get away with 2, but I had to do 3 for full opacity. And you can see here in the video that blue undertone, and you can also see that orange flash. It shows up a little more in bright lights, and that's 3 coats of Sweet Souffle.
And also let's get into the comparisons. Okay, so here we have the comparisons for Sweet Souffle by Essie right here. This is China Glaze Snow Way. And as you can see, the base of this is a little bit more gray, and I do not have the OPI one, although I do know it is slightly different as well, but they both have that kind of blue undertone and that orange gold shimmer running through them. So they're both opaque in 3 coats, but I like that this one's a little bit more wider and brighter, I think, especially for summer, but I think I like that this one's a little more gray toned for winter or fall. So I like them both, but I was happy to see that even though they're similar, they're not the same. This next one I have is Blue La La, and it's this gorgeous bright blue cream. It's a cool toned blue. It's very pretty. When I saw this collection in New York, this is the one that really caught my eye. Well, there was a couple that caught my eye, but this is one of them. And it's just a pretty blue. Essie does have quite a few blues, but none that are exactly the same, and I'll talk about those as we get into the comparisons. The formula was great, a little bit foamy, I want to say. It still has a great formula. It didn't disappoint when I put it on. And let's get into the swatch for it.
And here's the first coat of Blue La La, and the formula, like I mentioned earlier, is a little bit light and fluffy, so if you load your brush up too much, it's going to pool in some areas and not even out very well, so you just have to be careful in your application. And here is the second coat, and that's 2 coats of Blue La La.
And let's get into the comparisons. Okay, so here are my comparisons for Essie's Blue La La, and it's right here. So you can see the old version of Mint Candy Apple, which is a little more blue toned, is pretty close, but it's a little more warm tone. And that's similar to OPI It's a Boy. And these are very, very close. So they're not exactly like this. And this one's a little bit brighter too, I feel. But I'll show you them on the nails. And then here I have Borrowed in Blue. You can see that it has a little more white tone to it and not as dark as this one, although they're along the same color line. And then I threw in Saltwater Happy just to show you how purple that one is against these others. Not exact dupes for this, but I'll show you the comparisons on the nail. This one is called Baguette Me Not, and it's this gorgeous cool tone lavender, and it's a straight up cream. It's so pretty. Essie does have a ton of polishes like this, but they're all slightly different and they have different formulas. This has more of a white base, so it's a little bit brighter, so it makes it perfect for summer. I really, really like this shade a lot. It'll be one of my favorites. I love these purples this time of year, and so I'll definitely get good use out of this one. And let's get into the swatch for it.
Here's the first coat of Baguette Me Not, and it has a very similar formula to Blue La La. So it's not going to be opaque in one coat. And again, don't load your brush up too much. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second. And it's opaque in 2 coats. And that's 2 coats of Baguette Me Not.
And let's get into the comparisons. Okay, here are the comparisons for Baguette Me Not. I threw in OPI Purple Palazzo Pants. That's the closest OPI that I have. That one's a little bit darker and a little dustier, and I love that one in the fall. And this is Bond with Whomever. As you can see, it's very close. This one, Baguette Me Not, is just a shade lighter. And then here we have Underwear, which is a little deeper and maybe a little bit dustier. And then right here we have French Affair, which is a little bit more pink and a little bit dustier. So this one's just a little bit brighter than the rest of these. And then this one here is I'm Gown for Anything, and it's quite a bit lighter, although it's in that same kind of family tone. Let's see them on the nails. And next we have Souffle, and this one is so beautiful. It's this gorgeous foil polish. It has this purple pink tone with this gorgeous pink shimmer and almost silvery and sometimes even gold running through it. It's really unique. This is definitely the star of this collection. And I don't normally wear polishes that are too glittery. Once in a while, I love accents with glittery polishes, but not full-blown manicures. But this is one that I think I will definitely be wearing as a full manicure, and I think it would be really pretty on toes in the summer too, so I'm excited to have this on for a longer period of time other than just swatching it. Let's get into the swatch for it.
And here's the first coat of Souffle, and this one does have a little bit of a sheer formula. I thought it would be a more opaque, but it's not. I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat on this. And here's the second coat. And it does cover up quite well after that second coat. So I'm only going to do 2. And that's 2 coats of Souffle.
And let's get into the comparisons. And here's the comparison for Souffle right here. I thought this Nothing Else Metals was pretty much the same color, but they're not. This one's actually a little gray purple, and this one's more purple, and of course this one has more glitter. So, I mean, the colors aren't the same, and they're totally different. So yay for Essie for coming up with something unique for this collection. Let's see what they look like compared on the hands. And then we have Fondant of You, and I love that name. All these names are so great. As always, I say that every time, but I just love them. They just make me smile. This one is a peachy coral polish with this orange flash. I wasn't super excited about it. When I put it on though, it's really pretty against my skin tone. I want to say it has the same base as Peach Side Babe, but maybe a titch darker. So if you like that polish on you, then you'll like this one. This one just, of course, has that orange flash, so it gives it that kind of deeper color. So it's really pretty on the nails, and it's a beautiful color for summer. It's very summer appropriate, and I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I was gonna like. And let's get into the swatch for it.
And here's the first coat of Fondant of You. It has a very similar sheen and formula as those polishes released, the shimmery ones from the Viva Antigua collection that was released last year. And it's an interesting formula, but it goes on quite well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this second coat, and it's pretty opaque in the second coat. You might have to do 3. I did see a few patches as I was taking pictures, but mostly I think you can get away with 2.
And let's get into the comparisons. And here we have the comparisons for Fondant of You, and that's this one right here. It's somewhere in between Sunshine State of Mind and Peach Side Babe. I feel like it has this Peach Side Babe base with this thrown into it, but it actually looks like it's a tad darker than that. And then it has this orange glitter, of course. It's really close to OPI SPF 30, and I'll put these on my hands so you guys can see them, but definitely not a dupe because of this shimmer. And this last one is Eclair My Love. Essie always does these coral polishes, and they do a good job at it. This is a red toned or maybe a pink toned coral. It's kind of that in between red and pink. It's really beautiful. The formula is fantastic. It's one of those polishes that you will go, wow, this is amazing when you apply it. Is there lots of Essie colors like this? Yes, there's lots, and they may not all be like exactly the same, and they do have slightly different formulas, but I mean, I don't know, this one's really great. If you don't have a good coral polish, then I would definitely snag this one because it's really awesome. You probably have other polishes similar to this in your collection, but it's pretty. I'll be wearing this one for sure this summer. And let's get into the swatch for it.
Here's the first coat of Eclair My Love, and of course it has this gorgeous, fantastic formula. It's fully opaque in one coat. Gorgeous polish, and that's one coat of Eclair My Love.
And let's get into the comparisons. Okay, here are the coral polishes I have that are really close to Eclair My Love, which is right here. Guys, there are slight differences, but really, there's a million of these Essie coral colors, but this one really has an awesome formula. All these do, in fact, but this is probably the best. They're all really bright, and they do have great formulas. This is Sunset Sneaks, this is Eclair My Love, and this is Come Here, and this is Coral Reef. This one's probably the most different out of all of them, but I could line up even more than this, but these are the closest, so let's see how they are on the hands. Okay, that's it for the collection. What did you guys think? What did you think about this collection? Let's see, if I had to pick my favorites. Oh wow, I always want to pick them all. Okay, let's see. I would pick... I really love this coral, but I have so many like it that I'm probably not going to pick that as one of my favorites. But I really liked these purples, and this would be a pretty manicure, wouldn't it, with this on all the nails, and then this just one as an accent nail. That would be a pretty manicure. Or even some nail art with this on top of that. Maybe I'll do something similar to that. So anyway, these were my favorites. So I like Souffle and Baguette Me Not. So what are your favorites? I'd like to know. So let me know in the comments down below and we can have a little discussion about it. That's it for this collection. I will be finishing up my spring favorites as I mentioned before and getting right into my summer favorites coming up. If you're new to my channel, each season I pick 10 polishes and do swatches, reviews, live swatches, and nail art design, and a nail tutorial for each one. So it's kind of fun. I like to do it so I can have you guys polish along with me if you want to. I also received some polishes from Madam Glam that I'm excited to share with you guys, so those should be coming up soon as well. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @gopolished. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.